Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host Newman, and today we'll be unboxing Captain Jean-Luc Picard from Exo-6. This 1/6 scale figure measures 11.8 inches in height. It's made of plastic and fabric, contains premium articulation, and comes with 2 extra pairs of hands, a Type 2 hand phaser and holster, and a TR-580 tricorder 7-in holster. Now before we get to the unboxing, it would greatly be appreciated if you were to like this video, if you do indeed like it, and subscribe. That way you'll never miss a future unboxing. Now I know it's been quite a while since I've had my last videos, so sorry for that. Some things going on in my personal life, as well as me trying out a new editing software. Well, it's not really new, it's just the latest version of the one that I already have, and it created some problems because, well, you know, I don't know. What can you do? I'm old. So anyway, I got this as a pre-order from BigBadToyStore.com. You should really give them your business. I would always suggest them over the bigger retailers like Amazon, Walmart, or Target. I know that they're going through a few issues because of the tariff situation going on right now, which means they really need your support. So definitely give them, Entertainment Earth, some of the smaller mom and pop shops, your business, because if they do not survive, then you're stuck with the big monopolies who can just raise the prices at a whim. To paraphrase, lack of competition is a lack of innovation. Now, before we go ahead and rip this thing completely out of the package, let's take a look at this wonderful box art. On the side, we have the Star Trek logo, insignia. On the back, we have the details of the package, the figure itself, as well as the accessories that he comes with. I didn't get the deluxe model because I really didn't need it. I think it came with the velvet vest that he would sometimes wear. I don't know. I don't need all that. Why pay extra money for an accessory that's going to wind up in a box that will never see the light of day anyway? Now, as far as I know, Exo-6 only produces Star Trek toys. They're based in Los Angeles, and honestly, I would like to see them get a few more licenses because I think they do excellent work. I have yet to get a bad figure from them. Their stuff is extremely high quality. It's actually some beautiful stuff. So let's hope that this figure is just as good as all of the other figures that I've got from them. Let's go ahead and get this off through the magic of editing, and here we go. So initially, when I first saw the images of this figure, I thought that this looked nothing like Patrick Stewart. I thought it was not a great likeness. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to interrupt myself. I love how they have the zipper on the back, just like in the show. But as to back to what I was saying, I thought it wasn't a great likeness. But now that I have it in hand, this looks really good. And I'm going to interrupt myself again. So there's also straps on his pants hooked to the bottom of the feet so that the pants don't ride up. I can't remember if this was in the show or not. I think it was. I might be mistaken. But anyway, this does indeed look like Patrick Stewart, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. Let's go over the articulation first. So head goes all the way around. It feels like it's on maybe a ball joint. Arms go up to about here. It's a little hindered by his uniform, but that is actually accurate to the show. There are double joints in the elbows, and I don't have it pictured, but there are actually butterfly joints in the shoulders as well. Hand goes all the way around. There is a nice hinge in there as well. This one's also very good. It's very tight, which is excellent. Yep, these are nice. There's an ab crunch, which is good. Also a twist as well. Legs go up to about here, hindered by the pants. The legs are double jointed at the knees, which are very nice and tight. No issues there. Let's check out the feeties. Feet are good. Doesn't feel like there's a boot cut or a thigh cut, but the ankle articulation is very good, and the legs do move where the upper thigh meets the hip. So there is a twist there, so it's more accurate to human anatomy than a toy with a boot cut or a thigh cut. So yeah, overall, articulation is excellent. It is very good. I have 0 complaints, 0 notes. It's A+. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and check out his accessories. So we're going to start off with an extra pair of hands. We have 1 for the phaser and 1 for the tricorder. The sculpt is very, very good. Yeah, you can even see the veins on the back of his hands. It looks like there's some paint application on here as well. Yeah, it looks really nice. Here are some fists when, you know, Picard wants to throw down with some Nausicaans. Very good sculpt, very good paint application. Here is the tricorder. It works with a magnet. There's no screws to speak of. So yeah, this is an excellent design. I can't say this enough. It's excellent. Here's the holster for the tricorder. Also has a magnet on there. And let's check it out. Perfect fit. Fantastic. Here is the phaser. Excellent sculpt, excellent paint application. It looks very television accurate. Here's the holster for the phaser, also with a magnet, so you can attach it to his person. Excellent. Let's go ahead and check this out. Also a perfect fit. Very nice. Lastly, we have the base. So starting off with the main portion of the base, get that plastic off. It is a replica of the transporter pad from TNG. Very nice. It's all plastic, but the build of this is very high quality. On the bottom is not much, but yeah, it looks excellent. The base also comes with an alternate insert, which I'm not a big fan of. I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to toss this. Here is the crotch grabber for the base. All right, not much to this. It's all in black. Next up, we have a few clips wrapped in plastic that are going to hold the placard that this figure comes with, which is the absolute last thing that I'll be showcasing. And so here are some clips. It's all in black, 2 separate pieces. And here's another different style of clip that you can use if you want. I typically don't use this one. All right. And lastly, the placard that this figure comes with, and all of the Exo-6 Star Trek toys come with. Here we go. And there is some more plastic on here, which we are going to peel off. There we go. So satisfying. Ah, lovely. And here you go. Nice and shiny. It's in the style of the TNG Enterprise D computer consoles. All right, so let's go ahead and get this base constructed. Just gonna put that in there. Nice and tight fit. And let's go ahead and get these clips put on the base. Then we can put our placard on there, nice and tight. And lastly, get old Picard in the base. So obviously that crotch grabber piece will go up just a little bit once you finally display it. But yeah, it's pretty simple, easy peasy. So as I previously stated, this is the essential version, which has, I wouldn't say minimal accessories, but a stripped down version of accessories. And the great thing about these accessories is that you can store most of them on the figure itself. Again, the holsters for both the tricorder and the phaser have magnets on them, which stick right to his hips, just like in the show. So that's fantastic. You don't have to worry about a lot of extra storage for the accessories, just whatever sets of hands you're not using. Both the tricorder and the phaser fit very well in his hands. His hands are actually a little gummier than the other Exo-6 figures having. It might just be me misremembering, but because they're just a little bit gummier than the rest of the plastic on this figure, the phaser and the tricorder, they fit very well. They fit nice and snug. All right, so here we have a comparison with the other 2 Next Generation crew members. So again, very good job on the scaling with this. So Patrick Stewart, or Captain Picard, is just a little bit shorter than Data and a little bit taller than Geordi, much like the real heights for the actors. So a great attention to detail once again. Very nice, and they all fit very well together. They all look like they're part of the same line. They all work very well together. I'm quite excited to get the rest of these figures for the Next Generation crew. Okay, final thoughts. This figure is another winner from Exo-6. It's a 10 out of 10. No complaints whatsoever. I think this is a fantastic figure. I think this company can give Hot Toys a run for their money. It's really good, and they're slightly cheaper than Hot Toys as well. I mean, maybe not anymore. The prices for these figures have gone up over time, and I'm sure they're going to go up even more considering the tariffs I spoke of earlier. So if you can't really fit this into your budget, if you're pinching pennies right now, don't go out of your way to get this. It's just plastic and fabric. Don't bust your budget to get this. But if you can, if you got extra dough, I would go ahead and get this. It's fantastic. Or any one of the figures from Exo-6. If the Next Generation is not your thing, they've got Deep Space Nine, they've got the Kelvin universe stuff. They got a lot of stuff. So alright, that's going to pretty much wrap everything up. I am Rip It Open with Newman on a lot of socials, all of which are in my profile. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. Hit the bell for notifications, and I'll check you later.